Yeah, listen to this. Welcome back, guys, to another video, and today it is my new car, the car that I've replaced my Audi RS3 Saloon with. It wasn't really what I was planning on doing because I wanted something a bit more practical, but this popped up and I've always wanted a M140, but I've never really had the opportunity, should I say, to drive one or yeah, just to have one. So I've had an M135i in manual, which I didn't like, which was, yeah, it is what it is, and I didn't like it. But yeah, I've managed to find an absolutely stunning M140i Shadow Edition, and the best part is it's got a few tasty mods on it. So it's a stage 2 460 brake horsepower M140i Shadow Edition. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Performance Lifestyles. Check us out on Instagram, performance_lifestyles, and we're on Facebook as well, Performance Lifestyles. And if you'd like your car featured, or if you'd like to do a collaboration, drop us an email, pflifestyle@hotmail.com, and we will be more than happy to accommodate. M140i for today, though. Check it out. So there it is, the M140i Shadow Edition. As you can see, it's had a few touches done to it, and the biggest one, I think, that these cars, just to tell them apart from a normal Estral Blue 1 Series, is I think they should have come with something similar to this from the factory. Now this does come with the M2 front bumper. I bet it's not a genuine bumper, I'm assuming, but yeah, it has got the M2 competition front bumper, which is a common sort of upgrade on these cars, and a popular upgrade, should I say, not a common. And they look so good with the actual front end on them, the front bumper on them. And as you can see there, this thing is mega looking, honestly, mega looking. And with it being a Shadow Edition, it's got the LED lights, bit of train spotting whilst we're filming out here, but yeah, and it is finished off in, you know, BMW's flagship sort of Estral Blue. Looks quite smart, to be fair. Looks very smart. I think it was the looks that really got me wanting to buy this actual car. And then obviously I struck a deal with the previous owner, who in fact actually won this car on dream car giveaways. So, and he owned it for a couple of years, spent a lot of money on it, and yeah, maintained it very well. So it's a low mileage car as well, and to be fair, I probably will be looking at flogging it back on very soon, because I have got another car which I've bought on a bit of a whim. And so yeah, that video will be coming soon. That will be coming soon. You'll actually probably like that as well. It is another BMW, and I have bought it with a little bit of damage on it, so I'll try and document the whole repair process and stuff. It's not got a lot of damage, but yeah, you'll see that video coming up soon. So, but yeah, this thing it's lowered on, I think it's Motec springs with spacers and E46 CSL style, I believe they are, because they're 18s, and I believe the CSLs were 19s, but CSL style wheels, the standard M Performance discs, brake calipers. Obviously you get your normal M badging on the side. This one does have carbon fiber M style mirror covers, but they are faded, lacquer's peeled off them completely. Again, carbon fiber door handle covers, which I'm not a big fan of, but they're on there, so I don't see why I should do anything with them. And Performance Lifestyles, as usual, guys, subscribe to our channel, help us grow. We have got plenty of content on there, and we've got plenty of stuff to come. So yeah, back onto this car for now. And obviously, as you can see, staggered wheel setup. These are 275s, I think, on the rear. No, 245 on the rear, 225 on the front. And also a carbon fiber boot spoiler, yeah, which does look quite nice. And onto the back end of it, you got the biggest obviously thing, which is the diffuser. I believe it is a Maxton diffuser. It looks quite nice. Carbon tailpipes, again, they've got a little bit of lacquer peeling on them, but minor. And then it has got the M Performance exhaust. which does sound very, very nice. And obviously the M140i badge. Now I've actually really liked these cars. These cars are meant to be very, very much fun to drive, from what I heard beforehand. And having owned the M4, the M2 competition, the M2 competition is by far the best M car, I think, in my opinion. But these, for a non-official M car, they're actually a bloody awesome car, especially with the touches this has had done, the modifications. It is running at 460 brake horsepower, so as you can imagine, it shifts quite well. And it's got, I'll show you under the bonnet, but it has got like a sports downpipe, sports cap downpipe, M Performance exhaust, and a map with a gearbox tune on it as well. So it's faster gear changes and stuff. But I mean, just look at this thing. That is quite possibly one of the I say, not the actual, but one of the best looking M cars, yeah, M140i's going. It just looks so good. It's a clean car as well. It's actually very, very tidy. I am quite fussy when it comes to cars, and this is actually a very, very tidy car. And again, onto, like I was saying, I mean, just, it's got the stance, it's got the looks, it's got the power, and it's got the noise as well to go with everything else. So a lot of cars you see, they're loud, but they're not quick, and they sound a bit. But no, this thing is actually, it's quick, it's loud-ish, goes very well actually, as you'll see on the drive. So onto the inside. Again, you're greeted with the M140i. Sill plates, kick plates, whatever you want to call them, and it's got full black leather interior. This doesn't have the electric seats, so you do get electric seats as an option on these, but it does have Harman Kardon, the gloss black finish on the center console, the door handles, and the actual arm, well, around this sort of area. And you do get some of them with the chrome silver finish, which I'm not a big fan of. I don't think it looks very well with the rest of the actual car, because they're quite a dark sort of interior, and then you get these silver dashboard massive trims, like all of this is silver and stuff, and brushed aluminium or whatever it is, and it just doesn't look very nice, whereas this actually looks quite good. This does also have the Pro Nav. Now, I'm not sure if that's a standard feature on the Shadow editions, but this does have the Pro. And then you do get the standard features, like you get the standard steering wheel with the M sort of thingy on the bottom, multi-function as well, so it's got cruise control. With it being an automatic, it's got the ZF 8-speed box, which is there, well, that's there, and you get the flappy paddles, which is quite a good thing. And then this also does have the digital clocks. So the bonnet is open, by the way, that's why that light's on. It's not because of anything else. So yeah, it is actually, it's got the digital clocks, which do look better. Normally they're analog, and I believe these do actually look, yeah, I think they just, yeah, digitalized somehow, I don't know, but it is there. And yeah, and with it being, so this is actually the 30.9 mpg at 28 miles an hour. So, and that one notification is going to be the bonnet open, I'm assuming. Yeah, bonnet open, which is coming up on there as well, and it is actually open, because with the BM ones it's 2 clicks here with 2 pulls of that, and then you get a cubby hole here, lights, fog lights. This does have a aftermarket push button start, button should I say. It's normally black, this one's blue. I think red would have probably suited the car better, but I think somebody's gone for blue car, blue button sort of thing. But yeah, then you get your normal stuff, your glove box, and yeah, half leather stitched door cards, the rest of it's plastic. And this is a 3-door, so you get the 3 seats in the back as well, and black roof lining. Honestly, I'll go through the drive side of things, because I was very, very gassed up about driving one of these things. These, I've liked them for a long time. And then I was, like I said, I was after a practical car, really, a 4-door. But yeah, I couldn't really turn this one down when it popped up, so I had to go and buy it. And I've just noticed it's actually got stitching on the dashboard here, but it's a plastic dashboard, or stitching style thing. But yeah, it makes it look like it's stitched, but it's not. These didn't come with heads-up display, I believe, so this one doesn't have heads-up display. But yeah, honestly, this thing is such a good car. I really like it. And well, a lot of people do like them, hence why they've got such a big following and a they're very, very popular cars amongst car enthusiasts, and they're a very tunable car as well. The B58 is the new one to the B55, is it in the M135i's, and these are very, very tunable. These, I believe, can run, you know, mid 500, 600 horsepower just on the standard block. So you have to upgrade the turbos, but that's massive amounts of power for a car that is in essence quite a small family sort of hatchback car. So it's a very impressive car, hence why they've got a good following as well. So what I'll do is we'll go under the bonnet, and well, I'll show you under the bonnet. We're not going to go under the bonnet, but I'll show you under the bonnet, and then we'll go for a quick little drive. So there it is in the heart of this thing, the B58 lump 3 litre inline 6-cylinder turbocharged engine, which, yeah, looks quite nice. It's got the standard, obviously, cover, engine cover, M Performance BMW, because a lot of cars don't even have all this on there as well. So all you see is the mess that's under there, which I do believe does look like a bit of a mess. It's got cables and wires and tubes and stuff. But yeah, and this one's aftermarket intake. It's got a pipe across panel filter in there, some sort of heat proof film on the outside of the box, because I believe the sports cat is down there, just over there somewhere, that one. And obviously again, Masata, whatever you call it, however you pronounce it, intake pipe, and then you got, not intake pipe, the intercooler pipe, and then you got heat wrapped around there as well. And other than that, is actually standard. There's no aftermarket intakes, because I believe you can get an intake behind the front bumper, behind this actual grille, which will look quite nice, because it is the M2 competition grille, so it's quite a big sort of grille. But yeah, this thing is such a mega thing, and it sounds absolutely amazing as well, with the M Performance exhaust and the rest of the modifications that are done to the car. So somebody has actually spent quite a lot of money on this car, and it has actually been, it's been a wicked car. Honestly, it's a car that you jump into and it puts a smile on your face when you're just driving it around or blasting it around. And it's very, very leery as well, very, very tail end happy. But what do you expect from a 460 horsepower rear wheel drive car? So it's a good job it's got traction control, otherwise I think it will cause a lot of problems. But yeah, what we'll do is we'll go for a quick little drive, and then we'll conclude the video. But honestly, like I said, it's a mega car, and we have got plenty of mega cars on the channel, so do feel free to check them out. Plenty of Japs, plenty of Germans, and there's just a whole massive range of performance cars on the channel. Do check them out and help us grow. So yeah, what we'll do is we'll catch you on the drive. So the drive of this M140, like I mentioned on the actual walk around, I heard a lot about these cars and I knew they were going to be something special. We did do a 335i E90, was it? Yeah, E90, yeah, that shape anyway, the coupe 2007-8 stage 2, and that was a bloody rocket, and that had, I believe, the engine that was put in before the M135i, and now obviously these have come a step forward, and the M140, these things were meant to be an absolute tool of a car. And now, having owned this for a number of weeks, I think I can safely say this car is actually a mega car, especially with the stage 2 tune, the mods that are on the car. It's got the noise, it's got the looks, and it's got the performance to back everything up. These things are remarkably quick, but yet, like now when I'm driving it in comfort mode, I believe, Eco Pro, should I say, I've just put it into, it just drives like a normal 1 Series automatic. There's nothing to let you know that this car is actually a proper tool of a car, apart from the fact that when you look at the dashboard, it's clearly stated at the bottom right hand corner of your clocks, M140i. Now that looks good. It just reminds you that, look, even though you are driving it in granddad mode, you have got quite a lot of power under your right foot. And I believe as standard, these come with about 335 horsepower, correct me if I'm wrong, but this one obviously is about 125 on top of that, so this is 460 brake horsepower. And with it being a rear wheel drive car, yes, you guessed it right, it can be a handful at times, especially when you're booting it about, and with the traction semi switched off even, it does like to step out on you. But again, it's a beast of a car, and this is what you expect from one of these things. Having owned the M2 competition, alhamdulillah, that was such a beautiful car, such a mega car. And now jumping into this thing, it's like, yeah, I think if you didn't need anything practical, because even, let's be honest, even as in the 5-door version, these ain't the most practical cars, because the rear seats aren't really designed for 3 people as such, or baby seats, because then, yeah, they're just not designed, should we say. But yeah, I mean, if it was just, yeah, you got none of them things to worry about, then yeah, they're an amazing car, and they're a lot cheaper to maintain as well than a proper M car. You could tell the difference between a proper M car and one of these. The M cars do, you know, they've got the chassis, the suspension, the steering, the gearbox is different. But saying that, do not get me wrong, these things are not to be messed about with. These are a proper car, and the moment you switch them up into Sports Plus, put it into manual, stick the gear stick to the left, or there you go. Yeah. You can hear the way it gets to 30 is like, whoa. Oh, what a machine. What a machine. This thing is, honestly, without taking the mic, sorry, excuse my French. Yeah, it's such an awesome car. And I could see why they're a fan favorite. The moment I jumped into this, it was, oh yeah, and a big thanks to Sam, who actually did come and even drop the car off to me, so a massive thank you. It's, you know, it was oh, what a machine, what a machine. These things are capable on another level, and like I said, this isn't even like the fastest one about. If this had a decap pipe, upgraded fuel pump and another tune, this could see over 500 brake horsepower, and that is from without even changing any engine internals, turbo or anything. It's just literally exhaust work and a bit of a tune, fuel pump and buzzing. This thing is a maniac, an absolute maniac. And then it just starts doing his popping and crackling at the cars behind it, just to let them know that this is a maniac of a car. Oh, tractions. It goes like a stabbed rat, and I'm not taking the mick. You know, like when you stab a rat and it just tries pegging off. This goes just like that. It's an absolute weapon. Wow, driving through the neighborhood streets, you could terrorize everybody. And then when you've had enough of that, which you probably won't unless your fuel runs out, you switch it into Eco Pro, gear stick to the right and put it into auto mode, and it's like nothing ever happened. These cars drive very nice. The steering feel is very good. It's like you're attached to the road, to the car. Some cars, they don't have that feel, and especially more so German cars, and I've said that in many of the videos in the past. But it's even like the difference between the M4 and the M2 competition is night and day. You actually feel attached. It's like a race car feel the M2 competition has. But I wasn't expecting this to have, I was expecting this to be very similar to the M4. But I think the steering does feel a bit better. Now that could be purely down to the fact that this is half the size of an M4. But regardless, it still feels like a very good car to drive. I can imagine you can muster up loads of miles in this car, no issues whatsoever. It'll just breeze through everything, especially because the B58 lump is meant to be a very reliable lump as well. So there's no issues in regards to reliability. You can drive them as a daily and you can track them, and this is one of them very few German cars that you can actually do that to without having the worry of anything going wrong with them, unless you're doing something really ridiculous, which some people do. Not me. Okay, so we're in Sports Plus. The roads are a bit wet around here actually. Like I said, this thing will put a smile on your face. No, ooh, lost a bit of traction there. No questions asked. Definitely no questions asked. So if you're on the fence about buying an M140, you can scare loads of people in this thing. Drive past them. The moment you put your foot down, especially when it's damp, you're not. If you're looking at chasing draggy times and stuff like that, you're not going to be getting anything very, very quick in damp road conditions. And what on planet Earth is happening here? A fire. I know a lot of people get really funny about these crackles and pops, but I think they sound very good. And the fact that you could turn them off, you know, this has got them mapped in on overrun, I believe it is, and you can actually put them into comfort mode and put it into Eco Pro, and it's perfect. Jobs are good. You will not get any crackles and pops. But the moment it's in Sports or Sports Plus, it livens up. Oh, this is such a mega car. And I think the road conditions are too wet. Ooh. Yeah, definitely. It's like that every time you downshift, it shoots everything behind it. Oh, I think I better turn the car around here. We've got quite a lot of standing water over there, and I've just seen that BMW over there. Yes, this white one coming through, go through quite a lot of standing water. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. I should be turning back around, which I will do just up here. Oh, sugar. Yeah, let's turn back around. This is what I mean. Oh, the camera's dead, so yeah, there's loads of it there. I don't think my car's going to make it through that. So let's spin back round. Right, now that we've spun back round, and there was a loony BMW driver just coming blasting down here, not me. So I did have to tell him to turn, slow down. Oh. Woo! This car is a lunatic. So whoever's done the modifications to this car, you've done a good job. What a machine. Seriously. What a machine. What a machine. Right, on that note, I think I am going to conclude the video. I hope you've enjoyed the video, because I certainly have. I'm telling you now, this thing is such a mega car. I know I keep using the term mega car, but yeah, it's so good, so good, so good. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed the video, guys. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Performance Lifestyles. Check us out on Instagram, performance_lifestyles, and we're on Facebook as well, Performance Lifestyles. And if you want to get yourselves a fun car, get yourselves an M140i, because they are brilliant with a capital B. Right, but for today, that is it. And as per usual, guys, stay safe, and hopefully we will catch you on the next video. Yes.